Hello and welcome. I'm Vinaya Deshpande and you're watching CNN News 18. Now, 5 army soldiers were killed in a terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district on Thursday around 3 p.m. Now, in one of the deadliest terror attacks, 5 army soldiers were killed in a terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district on Thursday at around 3 p.m. Now, according to intelligence sources, the attack was done by Lashkar-e-Toiba. The attack on the army vehicle happened while it was moving from Bhimber Gali to Sangoit, which is around 10 kilometers from the line of control. One Jawan was critically injured in the incident and was shifted to a nearby hospital. The Indian Army released a statement and confirmed the terror attack on the army vehicle. The army has further said that terrorists took advantage of heavy rains and low visibility in the area. The operation to locate terrorists is underway. Meanwhile, the Indian Army Chief Manoj Pande has briefed the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on the attack. Now, there's some breaking news that's coming in. The Army Chief General Manoj Pande pays tribute to 5 Indian Army Jawans: Havaldar Mandeep Singh, Lance Naik Debashish Baswal, Lance Naik Kulwant Singh, Sepoy Harkrishan Singh and Sepoy Sevak Singh, who laid down their lives in the line of duty at Poonch sector. Now, to give us more details on this, I'm being joined by my colleague Akash on the phone line. Akash, the army has released the names of the martyrs. What can we say now about the army's further steps?
Right. So you see, first of all, this was an unfortunate incident that happened in the Poonch sector of Jammu and Kashmir. And in fact, at around 3:30 p.m. yesterday, we got to know that one army vehicle has caught fire. And soon after that, after 1.5 hours or 2 hours, it was realized that it was actually a terror attack. And, we have lost 5 of our Jawans. Now, Army Chief has briefed the Raksha Mantri about the particular incident, and also as far as the search operation is concerned. So, Army units are basically in that area. In fact, the police is very much there on the ground. Search operation is on, and the whole focus is to search for those terrorists who came and opened fire on the army vehicle first and then possibly launched a grenade attack, after which the vehicle caught fire. Now, on one hand, we have, our 5 Jawans who we have lost, and now also we have one Jawan who is critically injured, and we are learning that he has been shifted to a nearby hospital. Now, why it is important that this Jawan is very much important, because he is the only sole survivor of this particular attack, and after his version, we'll get to know as to how things happened. Some are suspecting that first grenade attack was launched, and then to confirm the death, they came to point blank range and then shot the soldiers. Some are saying that first they launched fire on the vehicle, and then after this grenade attack was launched, after which the vehicle caught fire. However, we are also learning that NIA team, in fact, would be reaching to the particular spot at around 11, and investigation has already begun, and we'll get to know as to what was the modus operandi, because this is not the first time. In fact, in 2021, an attack like such happened. We know about Pulwama, and after Pulwama, how things have changed drastically. But we have been told that this was a single truck and was not a part of any convoy. This was on an administrative duty, possibly on a ration transfer, and total 6 Jawan were there in this particular truck. We have lost 5 of our Jawan. One is critically injured, and everyone is praying for his safety now.
Well, Akash, thank you for that information. If I may request you to stay on with us. I also have a colleague, Arunima, joining us on the phone line. Arunima, this is one of the deadliest terror attacks after Pulwama. Extremely painful incident there. How is the investigation panning out in this?
This has just begun. On ground since yesterday evening have been not just the personnel from the Indian Army, but from Jammu and Kashmir Police. The local intelligence agencies have been carrying out their meetings as well. And the NIA team, though the case is not with the NIA yet, it is a matter of protocol now that every time a terror attack happens, the local team goes there and it becomes a part of the evidence gathering process right from the word go. So their teams are also on their way. Sooner or later, this case will go to NIA since it involves a suspected terror attack. Now, just give you a background of who are suspected to be in this attack. PAFF, an organization which has mixed cadre of both Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Toiba. But in this case, it is considered that it acted more as a front for Lashkar. The footprints of the attack seem to suggest that this was Lashkar orchestrated attack. An ambush was laid out, and this area is about between 5 to 7 kilometers away from the line of control, so very close to the LOC. And hence, there is also a suspicion which needs to be investigated whether these attackers infiltrated fresh to carry out this ambush. The other big challenge is, and we saw in October 2021 when a similar attack was carried out in the Mindar sector. That operation is still on because the attacker, the terrorist, could not be located, even though a massive manhunt was launched. So that tells you about the natural topography and challenges that the topography poses. What investigators tell me is that there are a number of natural caves in this area, heavily forested zone. So if the terrorists have local support and if they are aware of the local topography, then they can take refuge in these natural caves and move along the forest to escape scrutiny. That's the big challenge, and that is actually one of the challenges which perhaps led to this attack. Low visibility, forested area, and since it was a single truck which was operating, not much convoy security as well, though we are told there was a road opening party there.
Well, Arunima, thank you for that information. I request you to stay on with us.